Hello everyone, welcome once again. In today's design, we're going to be creating a banner design. So let's get started. So click on this plus icon here and we'll search for banner up here. Once we search for banner, you choose this one on top, banner landscape 72 by 36 inches. Once it's done loading, we'll be adding our resources from our gallery. So select our images to use. I'm just going to select multiple of them to use instead of having to come back and select them again. So I'm going to select all of them. Selected all of them. I'm going to click on add to page. So all my resources will be added to the page, as you can see. All my resources are being added. So I'm going to resize everything one by one. So we're going to change the color of the background. I'll click here on the background. Come to color. We're going to be using the color that the Canva generated from this pizza. As you can see, Canva generated the colors from almost all the images we added. So you can see, as you pick the color, you can see all the colors. These are all the colors that Canva picked from the pizza. So I'm just going to choose one and use. I'm going to go with this brown one here, and I'm going to start resizing everything and arranging them proportionally. So I'm going to close this and zoom into this side here. So I'm going to come here, click on this, reduce the size, and I'll place it just here. And I'm just going to reduce this too and place one here. I'm going to reduce this empty space in this. I'm just going to drop this here. So I'm going to click on this and position it very well and make a duplicate of it. So submit a duplicate. We're going to take it to the other side of our design. So tap on it here and drag it here. Come here and place it here at this side here. So select the phone, reduce the size, drag it outside. Let's zoom into this part very well. This bottom side, reduce the size, make it very small. So to made it to the size I want, I'll just drop this here and take this up a bit. Once I have this, I'm just going to lock it. Lock. Let me take this up a bit. Let me unlock it first and take it up a bit to work on this part here. So I'm just going to come to my element and add a circle. Come to element, I'm going to select circle up here and I'll pick a circle I want. So I'm going to be using this one here. Okay, so I'm just going to reduce it and click on color. To change the color, I'll be using the color from this image that we got here from our pizza. So I'm going to close this and we'll place this here. Once you place it here, we'll come here and you click on position and you click on backward. And once you have done that, we'll click on the phone dial and reduce the size. Zoom in very well so that you can make changes very well. Then once you have done that, you come here, you come to position, then we'll put bottom and close this. Sorry, not bottom. Let's just take it up. Let's just use our hand to resize it. Yeah, that's okay. So we can lock this and select this outer one and lock it also. So let's zoom out a bit and let's add our phone number here. Come to text. So click on add a subheading. So we drag this here and edit it. Just going to type my number quickly. So once I'm done adding my number, I'm going to change the font. So come to font here. I'm going to select a Montserrat semi-bold. So once I've done that, I'm going to close this. I'm going to reduce the font size. So let's just bring this down a bit and position it just here. So once I've placed it here, make sure that it's not too close but properly aligned to the center of this. As you can see, that pink line there, and this is the center. So we'll just leave it here and we'll close this. So we'll zoom out and start working on other elements of our design. So I'm just going to select this and place this behind my pizza. Let's place this here and let's select this. Let's come to this one and click on position, and let's click on forward. Let's click on to front. So once we drag this, you can see it to be behind it, so we can increase the size the way we want. So I'm just going to make mine bigger a bit, and I'm going to reduce the opacity of it. So come to transparency here and reduce it down to around 23. Then I'll close this and I'll lock it. Once I've locked it, you can see other elements of my design. I'm going to start positioning them. So let's come to this logo side and resize the logo. Then I'll position it just here. Then I'm going to add a text. So I'm just going to click on add a heading. I'm just going to add our logo name. So we're going to edit it and type peas. Then once we're done with that, we're just going to drop this down and change the font and give it a Montserrat extra bold. Sorry, change the font. Give it a Montserrat extra bold. So yeah, it's already selected already. So select this. Then we'll close this. So we'll resize this and drag it up here and place it directly under it, or if we want we can place it here side by side. I'm going to place it and just place it at the bottom here. So I'm going to come to font size and bring the font size down a bit and close this. Then I'm going to come here to nudge and try to move it around, and yeah, that's okay. So I'm going to lock this. Lock. So I'm going to move to the side of my design, click on this. I'm going to unlock this and move this to the side too, and select this and bring it outside. Then arrange all these other elements that we just shift back. So I'm going to place this here back and select this and bring this back here. So once I've done that, I'm just going to select this and make it bigger and position this just here, and this also. So once I'm done with that, let's zoom out. You can see our design is starting to take shape. So now we're going to be adding the text of our work. So just drag this down. If you want, you can drag this down. I'm just going to drag mine down a little and take this one with it too. Let's bring it down. Just try not to make it show. So let's come to here and add a text. Click on add a heading and change the font. Before that, let's just type pizza and close this and change the font. We're going to be using a different font this time. I'm not going to be using the Montserrat. So we'll come to font, search for brush. So you can see different fonts here. So we're using this regular brush here. And bring this down and close this too. So we'll make this bigger and position it just here. I'll rotate it a bit and position it here. So we're going to come here to spacing and we'll come to our letter spacing and reduce the spacing between the pizza and bring them closer. To bring them closer, and once I'm done, I'm just going to close this. So once I've added this, I'm just going to place this just here. Now I'm going to be adding a small text to this design. So we'll come here and select add a little bit of body text. Then we'll come here, select everything that is there, select everything. Then we'll copy it. Then we'll paste it into design. So paste it and paste it to add a text. Not necessarily putting the text that is needed, just putting a text to fill in the space. After I've added this, we'll close this. Then we'll zoom out a bit. Then we'll come to font size and reduce the font size. So reduce the size, come to this side and position this just here and drag our pizza and bring it down a little. So just bring this down a little and let's reduce the rotation. Let's rotate it this way a bit and bring it down. So zoom out. So lastly, we're also going to be adding two things. We'll be adding our price tag and be adding a design at the bottom here. So we'll come and add text, or let's close this. Click on this text we created, then duplicate it, then drag it here, then double tap to edit it, delete everything inside, then we'll type 50%, click on enter, then type off. Then once we're done with that, we're going to close this. Then we'll zoom in here and we'll come to font size and reduce the font size also. So bring the font size down very small and drag this here first. Then let's increase the size. Let's edit this here. Let's make it 172. Let's make it 182. And position this here. So we'll close this and we'll come to our spacing and reduce the line spacing and close this. Then we'll position this where we want it. So when we have done this, we'll zoom out again and come to this bottom side of our design, this side here. Then we'll come here and we'll add a text. So click on add a subheading. So we drag it here, edit it, delete everything, and type order now. Once I've done this, I'm just going to close this and come to font. I'm giving it a Montserrat extra bold. So I'm going to just clear this selection, this search bar that what we search for, and bring this down and scroll and look for the Montserrat, then click on Montserrat to search it. Close this back. We want to select a Montserrat extra bold, and we're going to close this back and position the text, and also reduce the size of the font. So come to font size and bring the font down, and let's drag it and position it here. So we'll zoom out. So as you have seen, we've created a simple banner design, and this is the end of the tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.